So I was meaning to do this video a while back, but I didn't have everything fixed for it. So now I have everything set, so at last I can show you. Before the patch I actually had some large agriculture too I was working with, trying to make money for the ship and also 48 slot freighter. I didn't manage to get there, but I went pretty far. What you need first of all is of course a freighter and a base. The freighter, you can have any level on it. You can buy it cheap just to have the room for it. So I will show you here how I put up. The thing is with agriculture right now, it's pretty hard because they have taken away that the plants have the same what do you call yeah, they grow on the same in the same time period, but they don't do that anymore. So you have to figure out. It's a little bit complicated actually. I'm going to go through it with you. As you can see here on the guide, that's it. Here you can see the timers on all the flowers here. So all the flowers has different timers. You have to have that in consideration all the time. So I've checked out all of the new things you can produce with the flowers and stuff up against their timer, and also against the slots versus how many slots you can have actually, and how much slots they will have to take. Because while they have different timers, they actually, as you can see here, I just set up shop here for what I'm going for, especially. So this guy's has a timer of 15 minutes. 15 minutes. So these ones have a timer on 30 minutes. So naturally you don't have to have so many of these guys, as these will end up producing double the amount on 30 minutes. So you have to, in all of these cases, figure out how much they will produce in that timeline and put that up against how much you're having on the other flowers and the stuff. It's a little bit more complicated in mathematics, but it's not complicated when you come down to it. So what I'm going for is living glass. I have 348 spots, I think, for the flowers. Well, up here on the base, and I have the other one too, down on the main base. This is a little bit different because you have to, put in fuel in this agriculture. I've done only the 4 part one because this will help so much more than just having a single one. And these guys actually seems to be holding up a much longer time, for about an hour or so, even longer than that. So what I've counted out here is that these guys, you have to also think about how much they produce per the time that they actually produce. So you can see here the gamma produce 50 each 30 minutes. So you need about 8 of these to produce 400 per 30 minutes. And the thing is with these guys here, the copyright, is they produce 25. I'm just going to take this for fun. As you can see here, 25. So you have to figure out, I've checked all the plants, how much they produce in the special, the time span that they have. And you have to figure out, as these guys were 120 minutes, that's insane. You have this one in 30 minutes, and so on. There's pretty pretty close to the numbers that I get up to with doing circuit board and not really the explosive liquid, but almost. You can do those two also, but they have a 2-hour span, so if your gaming time isn't that long, I would recommend going, if you only have like 20 minutes to play, I would recommend just going full frost worth and just produce these here normal glass. It's only 48 per unit, but if you don't have much time, you can produce just all of these all over, and you can make quite a lot of minions per 15 minutes too. But living glass is a 30-minute window, and you have to do a little bit more complicated stuff because you have to farm these guys twice on those 30 minutes, pretty much. You have to do that with all of the stuff, so if you want to do agriculture, you have to pretty much be with it all the time. I'm not really a farmer like that. I try to play the game and explore a little bit of stuff, but if I need money, then I can actually spend some time just farming to get the money that I need for it, especially with the new ships and stuff. But I have already farmed everything here. This should be 10 living glass. All these guys here, with double, of course, farming these guys. And I've checked out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 here too, because you need 50. And these guys have the same timer as this guy's here, so it's very easy to figure out how much you really need actually. These guys are a little bit harder because you have to see the demand of how much frost crystals you actually need in the end for making 10 of these, and figure out how much they produce. 5 of these plants will produce 250, so you have 5, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, that's 5, that's 6, that's 7, that's 8. So they produce 8. So every 15 minutes I can do 8 glasses, normal glasses. So I'm already on top of that, so I make 16 every 30 minutes, 16 glasses, which top off these guys pretty easy. Why I have more of these is because they will also help me down at the base on the ground, and I'll show you why. Because I have less blue plants. You can actually make this much better than I have, because you can count out exactly how many blue plants you need or frost plants, and just put them on the same spot, so you can actually farm them much easier. I'm gonna do that too, but I'm too lazy of doing it right now. So I'm just gonna go down to the planet. I'm gonna show you exactly how much you need and how many of those you need. So I've done quite a lot of mathematics because of I want to really know what I could make most of on the longer time period. But it's not only this that you farm and make it like. It's another thing where you sell it. So don't sell stuff on your own what's it called, galactic trader, because it will, I will show you here. Just an example. I've already gotten my living glass, which is 16 million here. I can produce 26 glass or living glass in every 30 minutes. So that makes 16 million in my own solar system, but I have crossed some solar systems, and by doing that I can actually sell it a little bit more expensive. It seems like you have to go a little bit further because of the economics and stuff in the other systems. So you can check that out if there is a total difference, between other systems, the economics and stuff like that. But I just noticed that different systems has different economics, so then you probably can sell it for different. And yeah, it was exactly what I thought. You can sell it by these chip vendors too. They have the same price and the same solar system. So, but you can also sell it. This is a little bit further away. It's like 8 jumps or something. I was just doing the Atlas path actually, fast. And as you can see here, I'm getting 18 million for it in another galaxy or another solar system. So that's 715 per one. It's still on minus, which is strange because it seems like it's on minus on any solar systems I'm going to. So I've actually checked some solar systems. Back to the base. I'm not going to sell them right now, because I'm just going to show you what I'm doing. So I've been figuring this out so much and so long, for like 2 days or something, to figure out the maths, because some flowers you just need one of, and they produce like triple the amounts and stuff for other things you need to do, like the heat capacitator and all of that stuff. So come up that actually the living glass is the one that's gonna make you the most money at the longer period of time. And also, of course, on the shorter period, because the circuit board and all the other stuff is on 2-hour period. So if you don't have a lot of time, I would still recommend the living glass, because the 2-hour period is for the people that actually have time for, you know, playing the game a long time. But I would actually want to know how much they can actually sell in other systems. Probably the same as this one. So I've stripped down the base pretty hard. What is good also with doing living glass is that you're gonna have enough living glass to make these domes. I have 16 domes down here. The 17th on the roof, but it's not full, and it's 99%. You can't build more in this space at all. So I counted out the flowers and everything. They only have doors, they don't have any corridors. The only corridors I have here is for the plane. And I use the plane for trading to getting more thorium and other stuff to make more flowers. It took some time to make all these flowers, but you know, it's worth it in the end if you really want to do some agriculture. And if you really don't want to make money and be as lazy as I'm not going around trying to get millions out in the wild. The funny part though, right now, is that you can actually make quite a lot of money just going around in the wild, going to the planets and making the stuff on the way. But these guys will, or this situation here, will make you quite a lot too, actually. So you have 16. I've also done a really stupid thing, is that I put these plants here because I wanted to know how much plants I had, and I actually color this every time I fill it up with exactly the amount that I need. So I have 8 of these plants, that's 400. 2 of these, this makes 50. So that's one of these lubricant per 30 minutes. And then you have these, it's only 3, right? But they actually produce 50 per 15 minutes. So they will produce, if I take this guys now and I wait 50 minutes, I take it again, then I will have 300. So that's 50 more than I actually need for these guys that will pop up at 30 minutes. So you have to be on it, because while you have been farming and taking everything here, you probably need to go up on the space base and take the frost crystals up there, and then come down here again and take the frost crystals. So it's going to be a 24/7, you know, farming circle. that you have to do if you really want to stay on top of the production. But it will, you know, if you really want that chip or you really want that money. I'm not really so into money at the moment, but I'm probably gonna start touching these guys. Of course, when you start from the beginning, you're not gonna have enough frost crystal for it. But then you just wait 15 minutes and then you will have enough frost crystal to make a living glass. So the perfect thing about this actually is that one of these domes will produce one living glass, which is for me very convenient. But you can do it a little bit smarter to count out all these blue plants, which is 3 times 16, and just put all those blue plants into 1 or 2, 3 actually, or 4, whatever it's gonna be. And yeah, you have an easier time to farm it, sort of. So you can put also the culprits, you know, one in the other ones, and you can put the gamma in the other ones. So you can make it much easier than I have. I just wanted to count it out much. But I'm probably going to change that in the future. So all of these things here will have, when you have a double component, will have sometimes different timers. These guys has actually the same timer, which is pretty convenient. This has the same timer, but it's a 2-hour timer, so it's not really worth it. It can never come up with the same amount. You have all this stuff here actually. The living glass we already know. Circuit board is the one that actually could come up in the same amount, but it takes 2 hours span time at least to produce all of those circuit boards. I've counted up that you can get out to 70 million around, or 69 to 70 million in this solar system. So if you go to another solar system per second hour actually, this here guy should be able to do around 69 or now 59, so what millions. These are the ones that have just a secondary, just one producing time or 2, will not come up in the same amount, but they will be easier to make. So if you don't have a lot of time, as I said before, playing the game, then I would recommend doing the frost crystals to spam the shit out of that and put in all of the things, and you will have, you know, money every 15 minutes coming in easy. You don't have to complicate, you don't have to make anything, you just have to make the glass, which is easy to do, and it doesn't clog up your inventory so much actually. But I'm doing the living glass, and I'm really satisfied with the results of the money it can provide. I haven't, as you've seen, started providing myself with the money per se, but I just finished building up this and tried it out, and as you can see, it's pretty successful with the living glass. So that's pretty much it. There is probably some other stuff, but I just want to make this short, so it's not going to be a super long video, so you guys can start up. So don't forget, use these guys, no corridors, if you really want to, you know, expand and do the agriculture with 100%. What is good with these guys, the domes, is that you don't need to fill them up with anything, any sort of fuel. They will be automatically, you know, the flowers would automatically go up. You don't have to put plutonium in it or anything. So just keep up the good work in picking up all these flowers with us, you know, the timer. You can put the clock on the timer perhaps, and then go up in a spaceship or the freighter, pick up everything there you need to do, the 15 minutes, pick up down here the 15 minutes, then go back, take the 30 minutes, take 30 minutes down here, do the living glass, and sell it. Don't forget to fill those you know, the plant stands up on the freighter, so you can actually still have the plants going on, because otherwise, you know, they are red up there and don't have plutonium in them, they have no fuel, then the plants will not grow. So just fill. So I hope this helped you out a bit. You can probably calculate out some other stuff, but don't forget to use go away in a really good, quite a far distance from your base. Make a portal to connect those two galaxies or solar systems, and make sure that you have a living glass with you to check out the solar systems and check out the prices. I haven't gone further and have gone to another system that maybe have a better price. Maybe you guys can find a better price. I'm not that horny in money at the moment, but you guys can probably advance on this thing that I've done. So hopefully this will help you out to get you know, all the stuff that you need and all the money that you need. Thanks a lot, guys. I hope you have a nice day. Bye bye.